What if you built a business for your clients' problems? Well, I wanted to share with you as we wrap up March and we talk about leveling up in business and different things. I want to let you know how and why our business was built the way it is. Part of it is because my dad left me with this great big heart, and it's constantly wanting to solve for whoever's bleeding heart is out there, right? Whether it's the single mom with kids, the abused situation, the broke person, whatever it is, it's trying to fix or solve for those things. So we actually started to build the real estate business from the transactional, traditional, represent buyers and sellers, which a lot of you we've done with. And the business has just evolved into helping you, the client, navigate through life, through real estate, through some financial decisions, and being able to help you along the way solve for that with pointed questions on, hey, should we sell? Should we keep it as a rental? How should we invest? Where should we invest? And the only reason that I can give you that advice and give it to you very well is because I chose to do it all myself first. And you see, so over the last decade, as we've gone from traditional selling real estate, which we can do anytime, and why I say that is because we do so much on the investing of selling our own properties and working with clients that our market knowledge is very vast. What repairs should be done, what shouldn't be done, what should be remodeled, what the cost is, because remember, we own a construction company, so I know what costs are pretty quick, and I know where things can go. So what's happened is the company has really been built on impact. And that impact creates levels of income. And so I can impact you through the real estate transaction, and you're going to agree to invest a certain portion of the equity for the guidance in buying or selling a property. Pretty simple and straightforward. Where the bigger pieces that you don't always see are coming in is what happens when we're solving these bigger problems. And this is where you're really going to see a in-depth look of the heart of our business. And I want to share a couple of stories with you as to what it looks like. So in November, we received a call from another agent, Jim, who had a divorce situation, things going on, and the ex-husband wouldn't move out of the house, but the ex-wife really needed to go and she really needed her money. So I connected with John, and John lent me the money to buy this house with the ex-husband to solve for the ex-wife and her children. Well, we did that. So I bought a house with an ex-husband and 12 dogs, and 6 weeks later, ex-husband leaves, and now I have a vacant house and 12 dogs. Well, the Humane Society took care of the 12 dogs. Here's where the heart comes in. So we solved that problem for a couple of families. Now I have a trashed property that needs work. Here's where the heart comes in certain situations. A lot of people ask, like, what do you do? And I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do with it. When we buy it, it's up for grabs, and it's up for whatever God takes the direction of the investment, to be honest with you. And because of my heartstring, it's always like, opportunity. And I definitely get that from my dad. It's definitely not always played out to my advantage as well. Don't ask my wife. She will tell you. So we had a great story is the house was trashed. We're going to flip it. A gal came up and she goes, well, we're looking for a rental. I'm like, it's not for rent. We're getting ready to clean it up. So she offered to clean it up. Well, I gave her $1,200 in a dumpster, and her brother and a friend cleaned out the house. It was awesome. They did a great job. They did it on a couple other houses as well. Well, she came back and asked if she could rent the house. So we talked through a bunch of things, and the gal created an opportunity for herself, and she was rewarded with a lease on that property month to month. I had to try her out, and it worked for a couple of months, and unfortunately she started violating the lease, not paying the rent, so she had to go. The point is, though, is that there was an opportunity that we gave to somebody, and when one of you invests in one of these properties, that one of you probably referred me to that client, we're not only solving there, but then on the other end of it, there's all kinds of heart when it comes into our investments. And when you invest, there's all this impact happening along with income being made as well. So when you're seeing what we do and how we do it, it's because God has given me the ability to structure real estate in a certain way that creates a win-win for everybody without selling anything. And so that's really my goal in my heart, and where we're going and how we're doing it is understanding that the real estate business is bigger than transactional, and it's impacting a lot more people. And through your repeat referrals, different things, the houses that we're buying, the problems we're solving, we've evolved into a problem-solving real estate company. Whether you're a real estate agent, whether you're a buyer, whether you're a seller, whether you're wealthy, whether you're poor, it doesn't matter, because there is a creative situation through different variables that any problem can be solved. You know, I'll end with this story as to how we continue to connect and solve for different people. Some of you may have been in this position. I was at one time when I lost my house to foreclosure. We didn't have good credit. We didn't have a lot of cash, and it took us a lot of time and energy and no's to finally get qualified for a house. The reality was, if I knew then what I know now, it wouldn't have been a problem. So what I do know now is how to help people get past the stumbling block I had when I was trying to rebuild my business. And even though we had a good business, we didn't have the credit or the cash to support what we were doing. So recently, great guy, Ryan, he's a friend of ours. We shoot with him, and he's a contractor, can pretty much fix anything. Randomly, we were all cleaning guns, because this is typically where my clientele comes from, is random encounters. So we were cleaning guns at my kitchen counter, started talking about his lease ending, and we started talking through what cash he had available, where the issues were. And it really just has to do with, he makes really good money in the contracting business, and he can't qualify right this minute because he doesn't have the tax returns. Anybody else have that story? Yeah, lots of people I know. Well, Ryan also is a contractor. So opportunity-wise, I started sitting there and I'm like, what do I have that I could lease him or sell to him on lease purchase that would give him the ability to get ahead in life? And so we happen to have this house that we just bought from another investor that was done with it. It needed a bunch of repairs on it. We sold it to Ryan on a lease purchase, so we made some profit on it. But Ryan was given the ability to create $50,000 to $60,000 in equity by taking on this house and agreeing to repair it while he leases it from me, with the opportunity to purchase it at the end once it's renovated and remodeled. And the path for him is to do that, refinance it owner occupied, and then we're going to do the same exact thing again and again for him, because I want to see him create a retirement and a wealth building plan, and he's going to use the skill set he has with the deals that I can find and how we can creatively solve that together and get him into the next level of owning homes and rebuilding them. And then here's the cool part. He will have employees that he will impact the same way. Because of what he's learned to do, he will impact the next person and show them how to do it, and it changes lives. So while some of you think we just buy and sell real estate, I just want to share with you, it's about changing lives and impacting the people around us through the experiences we had and the way our heads and our hearts work and are connected in this business. It's about you. It's not about me. I get to keep a little bit of profit in between these crazy creative scenarios. And this is the direction of our business. This is how we do our business. And I hope that we can connect at some level about business.